Dyer. I was a chief warrant officer and a helicopter pilot in '66 to 1970. I spent a year in Vietnam from summer of '67 to the summer of '68. I was a gunship pilot. I flew a Huey. I guess most people know what a Huey is now. It was a Charlie model, and I had 14 rockets and 20,000 rounds of minigun and various other weapons on board, shotguns and just about anything you can imagine if it got shot down. Our own personal weapons, machine guns from World War II, basically. They were the best. And that was before the M16 came into country. And then when they did, they kind of had problems with them. But just to show you just a couple of things, this is a knife I wore in my boot the whole time I was there. Thankfully, I didn't need to use it. If I did, then I wouldn't be sitting here, I guarantee you. That's talk about close combat. And this is a little Viet Cong flag that I got. We used to hover up. They would fly them from a pole above their hooches if they were really brazen. And this one, I thought, and now I'm sure it was, well, I'm not sure. It could have been pulled off the top of one of those, or it could have been given to me by a first lieutenant who was infantry, and he used to take the local good guys, the Vietnamese, out on patrols, a lot of it at night, and he might have given me this, or it could have been taken off a pole. But either way, we stopped collecting these because Viet Cong got smart, and the North Vietnamese army, they would attach a grenade to these things out where you couldn't see it, and we'd hover up to it, pull the flag, and we'd pull a grenade and basically blow up the whole aircraft, and that was good because it would probably kill all four of us. This is just an M60 round that it's like a grenade, only it gets fired out of the nose of a helicopter. And these are the machine gun bullets. I think it's, I can't remember what the designation or the caliber, but they just happen to fit around. And we used to use this as ashtrays because we all smoked and drank because we all figured we weren't going to live to have a problem with that anyway. But here I am living. This is I think it was a 32 millimeter mortar. They used to fire these into our compound all the time, and this would be the only thing that would be left. And this went off very close to me. It was during the Tet Offensive, which was really tense. We lost a lot of people, we killed a lot of people, and this went off very close to the aircraft just after we shut it down after flying for like 18 hours that day. And it was close enough to break the chin bubble out, but for somehow, I don't know how, but it didn't hit me. I was the only one in the aircraft at the time filling out the log books, and I just happened to have that. And this, still have them after all these years. I have a cyclic stick in an old Corvette I have in the garage that came off of one of our aircraft that were blown up in one of these mortar attacks, and the maintenance officer, Bob Dunn, was a very good friend of mine, and he gave me that cyclic stick. And this is just, in those days, remember, this is a long time ago. This is, we didn't have things we have now. This is just a tactical map. Looks really confused and hard to figure, and it is. Unless if you're there doing it all day, every day, then it's something you live with, because that's how we got around the Delta. That's where I was, by the way, 4th Corps in the Delta. There's just a lot of flat areas and canals. We flew day and night. There was a war. People died. And it's too bad because the whole war was a ridiculous mess. Should never have happened. We all knew that, and we knew we could beat Viet Cong anytime we wanted, and the Vietnamese North. But politics, that's always, so they're saying it's the only war we lost. Well, that's not true. We just quit because Washington told us to. But we were far superior to our enemy. We killed an awful lot of them, and now I feel kind of bad about that. Being a gunship pilot, I know that, some days we killed a couple dozen people that we could see, and then there was others in the tree lines that we couldn't see. Who knows? But, it was war. We were very young. I was 21, and there's only one other that was older, and that was our captain. And he was on his second or third tour. He was 26. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Thanks. Thanks. Really cool story, and appreciate you for your service, and just thank you for taking the time today.
Yeah, sure. John, you get a shot of the cyclic stick.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen it before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay, it's up to you. Anyway, there's a whole lot. I could go on for hours, quite frankly, but a lot of it is starting to get foggy in my head. I was 21, now I'm 75 next month. So that was a long time ago, but there's some things you never forget, and a lot of things that you do forget.
Yeah, it's always good to learn your history, because if you don't, eventually it'll repeat itself.
Yeah, it does. It always has. People don't learn. So.
Well, appreciate it.
Anytime.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.